Back, if you are just joining this program, this is E15. We're counting down to the 2015 general election, and Tony Waje just joined us in the studio. Tony, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, viewers.
Tony, before I come back to you, let me quickly take Jide up on this. Our discussions that we're talking about APC youth threatening to occupy Aso Rock, and if election, the Constitution says, 1999 Constitution is saying that election must be held 1 month to the handing over dates. If that election is shifted, the April 11 shifted or May 28th shifted, we might be heading towards a constitutional crisis.
I don't even want to imagine that the election will be shifted. So it's difficult to imagine that it will be shifted again. Honestly, my wish for my country is that we don't do anything, that these politicians don't do anything that will set the country ablaze, that will make us to start killing one another. Already, I'm disappointed about the fact that the politicians across the parties, whether they are APC or PDP, are not talking about issues. They are just abusing one another.
The relegated issues.
Yes, I was watching a rally. I was watching a rally yesterday in Lagos, and I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed because as a young man, I attended rallies of Awolowo. Those rallies were held behind my school. In those days, I was in Form 3. And I watched rallies, and I saw that Awolowo was not abusing anybody. So, and the Nigerian press is partly to blame, just as Grace Alele Williams said, this week. He said the Nigerian press is not asking politicians what they want to do for us. They just open their mouths, abuse people, and we put it in the papers. We put them on air.
That makes an headline.
Yes. If the way they run their mouths abusing people, we refuse to carry those negative stories, honestly, they will stop. Because they enjoy sitting back in their homes after a rally and watch TV stations showing them abusing their co-politicians. That's why they continue to do this. And the fear that I have is that, one, these hateful speeches that they are making all over the place will lead to violence. Look at Lagos. More than half of the people who have been killed in post-election violence have been killed in Lagos. One reason for it is the desperation of politicians in Lagos here and the irresponsible remarks that they are making at campaign grounds. Because that is what spreads hate amongst their supporters. Nothing else. Why should half of the people who have been killed in post-election violence in Nigeria be killed in Lagos? Why should it happen? It shows that politicians are misbehaving. They are not doing what they ought to do. You've mounted the soapbox. Tell the people what you want to do for them. Even if the PDP is doing that, even if the Femi days of this world are attacking people, other parties have an obligation to do what is right. You don't have to toe their line. That is the point. So my fear, going back to the issue of suppression of further postponement, I don't even want to envisage it because I know that it will bring massive violent convulsions in our land, and we don't want to see that. We want this election to come and go so that we can have our lives back. Many friends, are broken up because of this election. On Facebook, I'm sure even Tony knows that. You make certain comments, and because of that, somebody doesn't want to talk to you anymore.
I'll block you, yes. Unfriend you, and block you.
So why are we hitting our heads against the wall because of politicians? Why are we doing that?
And economy, lifestyle, everything is at standstill.
Nigeria,
you can't project, you can't budget.
As we speak.
Yeah. Dollar is 230.
Governors are not working anymore.
Governance has...
They are not working. Yeah. The governors are busy campaigning yeah. for their parties. They are not working anymore. So Nigeria is at a standstill. We are losing a lot of money as a nation. because of this postponement. So this election, the best thing that can happen to us is that this election should just come and go so that we can have our lives back. That is the thing.
The election should go and we can have our life back. But, Tony, these politicians, they keep bringing booby traps. Now they are calling for the removal of card readers. And we all know 4 years ago that this PVC was going to use what will validate the PVC, are the card readers. Now some politicians are calling for the outright removal of card reader ahead of this election. Is this not part of the landmines that we will need to?
When you say some politicians, I wouldn't say some politicians. We know where the call is coming from. It's from the camp of PDP and.
It's not only PDP. Some other political parties.
50 other political parties that staged a press briefing yesterday. Who are they? I don't know. I don't want to denigrate anyone here, but if you listen to them very well, it's very clear where the voice, who is pulling the strings, is so clear.
If you follow, even threatening to go to court.
Yeah, if you follow what the APC spokesperson talked about the press briefing he had 2 days ago, what we should expect, and then yesterday we had that. It shows that, I mean, of course, we should expect something like that. It's not. It wasn't. Can we have the names of the 15 political parties? So I can tell you authoritatively that we know where the strings are being pulled. The cadre, we know before the cadre it was the PVC. That the PVC, that's PVC that. Then they should use the TVC. Then it was not evenly distributed. But thank God the postponement has been able to at least meet a little, I think about 70-something percentage. So it's enough to go ahead with the election. But then secondly is the card reader, and then it's connecting it to the Electoral Act. Is it a process? It should not. Is a card reader supposed to be? Is there an electronic voting? I heard people talked about it's a process. Once you use a card reader to validate a candidate, it shows that it means that it's electronic voting because it's part of the voting system. Once you can use it to validate, it means it's part of the process. So you've had all kinds of arguments, and we will know where it's coming from. The fear is this. They've seen it. They've seen it coming. And it's so unfortunate. They didn't know it's going to come this way. The speed is something they did not expect. And so that's why, like, a postponement to slow down so that they can meet up and, like, make a little, move ahead.
Tony, let me pick this call. Akim from Abuja. Akim from Abuja. Abdul Hakim.
Hello.
Thank you for joining E15.
All right, thank you very much. I'm a first-time caller.
Oh.
We're happy to have you.
Should give you a thumb up for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I really do enjoy the program. It's one of my favorite programs, and I do as much as possible to get myself and watch your program. Kudos to you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Most especially Mr. Jide at the far left side of the screen. I find him a wonderful character. Anyway, other than giving him this kudos, I find it strange that he's becoming my my least favorite person on the program right now. He made mention of a rally that was held in Lagos yesterday, and I was surprised that the governor of Lagos was making unremarkable statements, and he didn't eat it on the nail what exactly PC wanted to do. That is actually contrary to what I saw and to what I heard on TV when I was yesterday. The blame has to go to the ruling party, especially Mr. Fanikade, and we are putting a plea to the press, put the nail on the head, and not just trial for no sake. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that contribution. And BC, looking at this, okay.
You said
the governor, he was talking about, you didn't mention name.
The rally you referenced.
You said you will watch a rally. He mentioned Governor Fashola's name, and he was trying to say that he was actually articulating the points that the blame should be given to the People's Democratic Party, in his own opinion.
Okay, he said he watched it on TV.
Yes, he said he watched it on
That's why
TV.
he was able to pick the rally in question you're talking about.
Julius did not even mention him.
He didn't mention him, but
I didn't mention any name. But the reality is, Abdul Hakim shouldn't expect me to allow those insults to go on air. You know, a lot of things were said, but it is our duty as pressmen not to allow all of those. So if he didn't see those insults on air, it didn't mean those insults were not said, you know, were not held at some parties at the rally. It's just because we decided to do our work
Part of our own
so that is the thing. That you see, we just have to be objective on a program like this. We have to be objective. I don't expect them to keep quiet when they are being attacked, but I'm saying that
on both sides.
Look at the way. Look at Buhari, for example. The way they abuse that man.
Buhari has not.
Have you had Buhari
abuse anybody? No. He has even been said to be brain dead.
That is
he
the
was
thing.
even called somebody that is brain dead.
You see, and that is what has really surprised me about that man. The way they've insulted that man.
Maturity.
Look at the maturity with which he's handling the situation. That is what I expect from other people.
Even the president himself.
Whether it's APC or other parties, that is what I expect. We see these rallies. When these videos come, we see them. People like Abdul Hakim will not see them. We will see them, we will look at them and ask ourselves whether it's dignifying even for the channel to put such things on air. So that is the little explanation
connection for that.
what happened.